Time now for that morning rush.
We'll start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Looking at sunshine with a few high clouds here and there today. Nothing really of concern as far as the sky conditions go, but there's a cold front moving in as we speak. That'll kick up the winds. It'll give us some cooler temperatures across central and eastern New Mexico today. As we transition into tomorrow, cold front number 2 starts nudging over the far northwest. You can see some showers breaking out near that northern state line. This is going to be our next big weather maker. Expect much cooler temperatures and more wind to finish the week and start the weekend. Sarah?
Albuquerque has a new mayor-elect after a landslide victory for Tim Keller over Dan Lewis. KRQE political analyst Gabe Sanchez says he expects Keller to make big changes to key issues the city is facing. Sanchez says he sees Keller aggressively reforming APD, making changes in leadership. He also believes we could see the bus system expanded while Keller is in office. Sanchez says Keller being elected mayor could even possibly affect the statewide governor's race, clearing the way for progressive candidates just like Keller. Crystal?
And we're not only talking about the mayoral race this morning. Another runoff election for City Council seat District 5 was a very close one. Cynthia Borrego pulled off the unofficial win over Robert Aragon by less than 100 votes. The way the numbers stand this morning, Borrego is expected to take office in December.
This morning, we have a better idea of how turnout for this runoff election compared to the October election. Here are the numbers in the mayoral races. In October, just under 97,000 people went to the polls to vote. This time around, we nearly reached that mark at 96,800 votes.
Also developing now, authorities in Northern California are trying to figure out what led a gunman to randomly open fire at several locations Tuesday. That does include at a school. As soon as the school officials heard the gunshots, so they declared an immediate lockdown. The gunman killed 4 people before eventually engaging officers in gunfire. They returned and they killed him.
Roy Moore, Alabama's embattled GOP candidate for U.S. Senate, is still in the race this morning, saying he is not stepping aside amid sexual misconduct accusations. Top Republicans are calling on Moore to step down. Fox News host Sean Hannity says Moore must remove any doubt, and if he can't, he needs to drop out of the race. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says if Moore wins, he'll face immediate expulsion based on ethics issues.
On to new details now. 3 UCLA basketball players are back in the U.S. this morning after they were held in China for a brief moment. They were arrested last week accused of stealing sunglasses from a luxury store. The Pac-12's commissioner says they were allowed to leave after the situation was, quote, resolved to the satisfaction of Chinese authorities, end quote. The 3 are expected to address the media later on this morning. We'll let you know what happens.
Facebook is preparing to expand its Los Lunas data center, meaning many more jobs could be on the way to the state. The company says it's making plans to add 4 more buildings, creating more than 1,000 construction jobs through 2023. We also got a look inside where some of your Facebook videos, pictures, memories are all going to soon be stored. The first building is expected to come online by the end of next year. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index only at a 2, looking at some breezy conditions kicking in late morning into this afternoon. These winds will be about 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the east-southeast. Our temperatures on the cooler side back down to the mid-60s, but no rain or snow expected. Crystal?
2 women who say they were sexually assaulted by Uber drivers are suing the ride service company. The women from Florida and California claim inadequate background checks left them and others vulnerable to sexual assault. Uber says it's reviewing the complaints.
The FDA has approved its first digital drug, a pill with a built-in tracking device. Abilify MySight has a sensor that records when the medication is taken. The medication system is intended to ensure that patients with mental illness take the medicine prescribed for them. The sensor transmits that information to a patch worn by the patient. The patch then sends the data to a smartphone app. Pretty crazy. Kristen?
Time now for a check on traffic. We do have a water main burst at San Mateo and Indian School, and that is affecting the southbound traffic. They're coming off of the interstate. Your alternate there would be Manal or Carlisle. Also, a crash report at I-25 southbound at the Cole exit. This has things backed up a little bit already, so give yourself extra time if your commute takes you in those directions.
Chinese company that bought Volvo is now settling its sights on cars that fly. Geely has announced plans to acquire the Boston-based startup Terrafugia. It's currently working on a car with foldable wings and a top flying speed of 100 miles per hour. The goal is to make this a reality in just 2 years. The price tag, $279,000. Not cheap.
Italian luxury car Maker Lamborghini donated a custom car model to the Pope. The car has been customized with the papal colors of gold and white. Outside the Vatican Hotel, the Pope immediately blessed it. The car will be auctioned by Sotheby's, and proceeds will be going to 3 charities. That's pretty cool, isn't it? He gets his own Lamborghini.
Not bad, right?
Quick correction on the city council race between Cynthia Borrego and Robert Aragon. The race was separated by less than 1,000 votes, not less than 100. That's what we've been saying all morning.
Gotcha. All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We'll start with number 5, Black Fridays next week. According to financial website Wallet Hub, the average adult in Albuquerque will spend $534 on holiday gifts this year. Santa Fe spends about $538 per person, with Rio Rancho coming in at $673 per adult.
A lot of money. Number 4, now newly selected APS board member Yolanda Montoya Cordova is expected to be officially sworn in today. On Monday, the Board of Education voted on Montoya Cordova to replace Annalie Maestas, who recently resigned amid allegations that she embezzled hundreds of thousands of dollars from La Promesa Early Learning Center. She founded that center. Today, the board is also expected to vote to make Montoya Cordova secretary of the district's board.
At number 3, still on the cooler side today, 66 is a forecast high, even cooler for those of you east of the metro. Looking at a mix of the sunshine and high clouds, breezy to windy as that cold front moves through this morning. We've got another cold front, this one stronger, moving in on Friday. Cooler temperatures expected Saturday with a few spotty showers up to the north.
Number 2 now, former New Mexico Senator Phil Griego is preparing to return to the courtroom this morning for closing arguments in his corruption trial. He's accused of steering the sale of a state-owned building through the legislature in 2014, then collecting a commission. Griego took the stand in his defense, saying he should have announced he was involved in the sale before the deal was approved by the legislature. However, he says he didn't vote on the resolution, nor did he push the floor leader to have it read. The state argues, though, if the resolution had not been heard, it would have died. Griego would have never made any money off the deal. If found guilty, he faces up to 23 years in prison.
Number 1, Albuquerque's new mayor-elect will be sworn in just over 2 weeks on December 1st. After months of campaigning, Tim Keller won yesterday's runoff election with 62% of the vote in the unofficial results. City Councilor Dan Lewis garnered 38%. That's a difference of about 23,000 votes. At a watch party last night, Keller thanked his supporters for electing him mayor and also thanked Lewis for his service as a city councilor. Full election results and analysis are available on the KRQE News app right now.